What is going on, y'all? Tech Me out here. And one thing that I have been recently working on, I have a couple of projects going on, y'all. But one thing in particular I have been working on is establishing my smart home tech in my house. And I'm the type that loves smart home tech, but there are a couple of pieces that are like essential for me that I have to get established first. And one of those things being
the ecobee Smart Thermostat Enhanced.
So needless to say, I was super excited when ecobee actually reached out to work with me and sponsor this video and send out their newest thermostat. What I've grown to learn and love about smart home thermostats is it adds improvements for me in a couple of different ways, from just another layer of convenience to actually lowering my energy bill.
So in essence, it's letting me live comfortably and save automatically.
All right, so setting this up wasn't too bad. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is download the ecobee app, and it walks you through everything in there. It actually gives you a step-by-step guide on how to install this. First thing, of course, you're gonna wanna do is turn off the power to your HVAC system. And then you're gonna remove your current thermostat. In my case, I had the previous ecobee one, so the plate that was on that one does not fit the new one, FYI. So you do have to still actually exchange this piece out right here. But once you remove that, you install the new one, and now we're ready to snap it on. There we go. And then you can also use the back bracket here to put it, I'm not sure if that's the base plate, to put it behind this, so that, especially if you have any imperfections on the wall, this would look nice to kind of cover that up. But I don't need that, so we're gonna stick with this design, and then we're gonna remove this. It gets some power going, see what it looks like. It's connecting now. So basically, I had to set everything up, and I just connected it via Wi-Fi through this.
So while this model doesn't have a voice assistant built in it, you can still integrate a voice assistant of your choice and just control your thermostat using Alexa, Siri, or Google. But if you're looking for a thermostat with a voice assistant built in it, I would say check out ecobee's Smart Thermostat Premium.
So right now it's giving us a little countdown, and then we'll be to the home screen. So I actually just got a notification from my smart home manager that this is ready to go. So we're gonna hit next, and I want it on auto. So you do have your 3 modes. You have heat, cool, auto. Now I personally like auto because that lets me set what I want it to heat up to or cool down to. So you get the best of both worlds, especially during times of the year like this, where it's back and forth between one day it's cold, one day it's hot. You can kind of get this to work in your favor, so you're not constantly switching back between your AC and your heat. I want the ideal temperature in my home to be, don't judge me, I like it warm. So I'm gonna go like 74, we'll say. The ideal temperature in the winter, I'm gonna say is 76. And then in the summer, we're like 74, I'd say maybe. Okay, now I have to register this in the ecobee app. So I'm gonna head into the ecobee app. Once you're in the ecobee app, you're gonna hit the plus symbol and you're gonna hit add device, thermostat. We already installed it, so I'm gonna hit yes installed. All right, so I put in everything it wanted. Now it is ready to give me my info. So even the way this looks in the app is different, because, well, with the previous one, it looks like this. So that's interesting. It didn't update the app, it updates the way it looks in the app, if that makes sense. So that's how it looks now. I like this. And you also have a tutorial up here, so if you wanted to walk you through, you can hit start tutorial, and it starts giving you information, of course, on what to do. Now, when it comes to convenience, this spoils me because I love being able to go to my phone to adjust the temperature. That way I don't have to actually physically get up and go to the thermostat, especially if I'm in the middle of recording or I'm relaxed. I don't have to interrupt what I'm doing to simply get warmer or cooler within my home. And I've even had scenarios where I'm like out on the go and I wanna be able to adjust my thermostat while I'm away to either cool or warm my home before I get there, or there's scenarios where I've even actually kind of lowered the temperature in the house and only meant to do it for a short period of time and left and forgot to readjust it. So it's nice in those instances as well, where I can just go to my phone and be like, oh yeah, it's low, let me go ahead and adjust it and turn it back up to a temperature that's not gonna run my bill crazy. Now I will say the screen is definitely much better, much larger and more vibrant up here in comparison to the previous iterations of this. It actually is utilizing more of the actual display. And with it doing that, it makes the temperature in the room actually be more bolder and apparent from a distance. When it's heating the room, it actually shows you the visual indicator along the outside. So you can see that orange border. And then when it cools things off, that will be blue. So I know what it's doing right now, but it's super easy to read, man. I already noticed an improvement. Then we got our weather here, so we know what the forecast is. And you not only get the daily forecast, but you also get the forecast for the next 4 days, so you don't have to pull your phone out. And then to the right here is where you pull up your menu. Plus, on top of those things, I can also use my voice with my existing smart speakers in my house to control the thermostat as well. Now, something for me that is just as important as the convenience or the features that it offers is the aesthetic. So we have to talk about the design here. And I gotta say, for me, personally, this is one of the better looking smart home thermostats because it ties in nicely with my house. Now, prior to getting the ecobee Smart Thermostat Enhanced, I had the previous version. So especially in comparison to the models before this one, the screen up here is 50% larger, it's more vibrant, and it's more responsive. Because I know personally on the previous generation, sometimes when I would go to like use the slider to adjust the temperature, it wasn't as accurate as I would like it to be, but now you can use the slider here, which is much more responsive, and you can use the plus and minus symbol here as well to get it even more precise. Now, something else that you'll notice up here is that you can see the weather forecast in the top left. You got a quick glance at the system mode in the middle, or you can access the menu from the top right corner. But another improvement with this model that just blew my mind and is just like super crazy to me is the fact that it has better sensors. So what that means basically is that you have more accurate temperature readings that it provides you within your home, as it can now reach around corners, through walls, even through glass and doors. But like I said at the beginning, with the smart thermostat, you don't just have improvements in terms of like convenience factors. You should also notice improvements with your bill, as it should lower it, especially if you use certain settings, like setting a schedule for when you're at home or away. And if you actually use the schedule assistant, it can detect when no one is home. That way it can switch in and out of the home and away mode for you without you having to do anything. Plus, on top of that, I love the fact that the schedule assistant will learn my routine and it makes recommendations based on that, which is how it also helps with my electric bill. And if you're the type that wants to know the humidity in your home, you can also get that information from here as well. But something else though that I've been eyeing from ecobee is their smart security system, because the thermostat here also will double as a security hub. So let's say for instance, I add, those sensors to my doors and windows and I accidentally leave one of them open for more than 5 minutes. My smart thermostat will then basically pause so that it's not wasting energy with those items being left open. But all in all, I cannot recommend this item enough. It is absolutely a smart home must-have and one of my top 3, I will say. But if you're interested in learning more about it, I'm gonna have it linked down below for you so you can check it out. I'm curious, let me know down below, what is a smart home tech item that you must have in your home? You already know one of mine, so let me know one of yours down below in the comment section. But until the next one, y'all, as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.